Hey YouTube, what's happening? It's Richard, founder of Short-Term Rental University and Airbnb Superhost. Today's video is about the importance of investing in your listing. All right, so why is it important? Well, you've heard in other videos that Airbnb as a community and as a service is growing and maturing, and that means that competition's escalating. And what we need to do as hosts to get bookings and to generate maximum profit is charge more money and get better people and more bookings. The way to do that is to differentiate ourselves from the plain vanilla commodity providers. The easiest way to do that is to invest in your property, photograph it properly, sell the dream, and encourage people to want to stay at our places. Book us and not the competition. So before we get started, I want to give a real life case scenario here. And a shout out to my man, ZACK Scriven from LA. He's been a longtime follower. Now he's a member at the Short-Term Rental University. Thank you very much. And he participated in a live conversation we had with One Chic Retreat. We'll include the link below. And they're actually on the podcast. They were giving design and interior decorating tips. ZACK was enamored with what he saw and knew he needed some help. And so a big shout out to ZACK for actually spending a little bit of money to invest in his property, and for One Chic Retreat helping ZACK out. I don't know what the results are yet because I think it's too soon, but I have seen some of the before and after photos in our membership group, and they're spectacular. And I'm certain that he's going to increase his profitability by charging higher rates and having a higher occupancy. And that's sort of the goal. So ZACK, continue to give us updates. We'd really appreciate it. But that's the premise. Anybody can sort of do it. If you don't do this naturally or you need some help, there's resources out there. Listen to our podcast to get some great tips. And in the meantime, let's talk about some ideas that I have and some of the things that I'm wrestling with personally in my place in Jackson Hole. So here's two decisions that I'm making right now about my place in Jackson Hole. And they're related, but they're different, and they're both pretty expensive. The first one is, how much outdoor furniture do I need? I have an outdoor patio and a deck, and it makes sense to have some outdoor furniture, but the reality of it is it's only usable in the summer months, not so much in the winter months. And then two, most of the people that are coming to Jackson Hole in the summer tend to be coming to do something outdoors, like whitewater rafting or climbing or going to Yosemite, not necessarily sitting around and enjoying a beer on a deck. So the question is, how important is it for me to invest in that outdoor furniture? How much should I spend? And then a related one is, do I need a hot tub? Now, what I'm told by property managers in the area is that a hot tub is desirable and a competitive advantage, and a lot of people have it. And so if I don't have it, it's a competitive disadvantage. And so I'm sitting here wrestling with, well, do I spend $10,000 on outdoor furniture and $10,000 on a jacuzzi? That's $20,000, and it's not really going to be used a lot. So what do I do? And I don't have a decision yet. I'm still working through it, and I'm trying to optimize it and find the right solution. But here's my thinking. It comes down to selling the dream. So the people that are looking on Airbnb or HomeAway for a place in Jackson, even though they may go to Yellowstone all day and or whitewater raft and or climb, and they may actually never use the outdoor space, when they're booking it, when they're looking at the photos, they're going to look at this beautiful, well-decorated, beautiful outdoor space with couches and sofas and a grill and a hot tub and all of this stuff, and they're going to say, I want that. And so if I do that, chances are I'm going to book more frequently, and I can increase my nightly rate, and I can increase my profit. And so I'm depreciating the furniture and the jacuzzi. It's an expense. I'm expensing the maintenance of, say, the jacuzzi. I'm increasing my profitability, and there's a break-even point. Maybe I don't break even in year 1, but maybe I break even in year 2, and then maybe in year 3, it's all profit, right? So I'm starting to think about what I'm going to invest, how much, in what solution to give myself a competitive advantage, to increase my booking rate, to increase my average nightly rate, and as an investment measured in years and not in days or weeks or months. And if you start to think about all of that, the bottom line of this video is you need to invest in your property to differentiate yourself from everyone else as Airbnb becomes more competitive. And two, you need to charge accordingly. Don't go out and get all this furniture and keep your nightly rate the same. If I have 600 square feet of outdoor space that's properly decorated and beautifully decorated and maintained with outdoor space, I need to charge more for that. I think I can. I know I can. And then if there's maintenance associated with the jacuzzi, guess what? My cleaning fee goes up. So think about all of these things like you would a business. You have to have a marketing budget, an advertising budget, a cleaning budget, a depreciation expense with your accountant. And you start to do all that, it all comes together and generates more profits. So two caveats I want to point out. One is, in the back of your mind, you should always try and invest in things that you would either use yourself and enjoy personally, or if it didn't work out, you could put in a different property. So for instance, if people didn't pay more for the outdoor furniture or the hot tub, would I personally use it? Could I use it in another location? Maybe, but that's something that you should ask yourself before you go out and spend aggressively and overdevelop. That's a problem. I'm not encouraging you to go out and spend a ton of money and then find out that people don't want it or that you can't increase your prices. It's a business decision, it's a business analysis, and I'd encourage you to do it. And one of the fallbacks is, do I have an alternate use? Could I use it personally? Would I enjoy it? If that's the case, that makes that decision a little bit easier for you as well. And the second thing to think about is your location, right? So in Jackson Hole, I think people will spend more for that hot tub. But if I were in, some very remote spot and I'm not booking a lot, I don't know that I would spend that kind of money in the hopes that I would attract more people. There's 1 million+ people that come to Jackson every single summer. Some of them have money. Some of them would like a hot tub. I might want to cater to that subset, but I'm not trying to attract 1 million people to Jackson because I have a hot tub. So in a nutshell, you've heard me say this time and time again, sell the dream. Again, I think the dream is people they're coming for a family vacation, they want to come to Jackson for the summer or the winter, and they look at this outdoor space and it's 400, 600 square feet of outdoor manicured space with furniture and hot tubs and grills, and it's just like, wow, look at what a great time we could have there. I think that's going to generate clicks. Sell the dream. In reality, I don't know if they're actually going to use it or if they're going to benefit as much as I'm going to charge them for it. But that's not my issue. My issue is selling the dream, getting my place booked, having it be perfect for them when they come and enjoy it. And if they're too busy outdoors at Yellowstone and they never get in the hot tub, c'est la vie. Now, to be fair, a hot tub has a consequence and a concern and something that I'm wrestling with. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it, which is liability. Anytime you have water and children and families and so on, there's a liability issue. I want to underscore that. I don't take that lightly. That might be a reason enough that I don't put in a hot tub, but at the same time, it's a really good amenity. People want it and like it, and so I'm wrestling with that. I'd love to hear from you, if you have a hot tub, how you minimize liability, what you think about it. But it would be silly for me to go on and on about how great having a hot tub is in increasing profits and not mention the downside, which is water, pools of water, hot tubs, etc. Big liability, human safety first, please be careful. So that's what's on my mind, and those are the issues that I'm wrestling with in Jackson. I'm making these decisions in real time, and I wanted to share it with you. I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. What have you done for your investment that's generated a positive return on investment? What have you done that hasn't worked out the way you thought? The reason I want to know all this is the more that we share in the comments below, the more we grow from one another, the more we avoid mistakes, the more profit we make, the more we can reinvest, the more we can grow, the more comments, blah, blah, blah. You get it. Anyway, like the video and subscribe. Thanks so much.